We often use the word reproduction in two very different senses. One refers to the continuation of life, the biological reproduction of living beings. The other means creating a copy of something, a portrait, a film, a voice recording, or any representation of reality. But why are we so obsessed with copying reality? Centuries ago, kings in Europe arranged marriages with princesses they had never met. Since travel was slow and dangerous, artists were sent to paint portraits of the potential bride. One king of England, Henry VII, was even famously disappointed when the real woman looked far less appealing than the flattering painting he had been shown. So artists were pressured to create accurate depictions, not too flattering, not too harsh. Over time, their skill developed into the astonishing realism of Renaissance and Flemish art. Then came a moment when people asked, is there an even more precise way to capture reality? The answer arrived in the form of the camera. Early photographs looked stiff and colorless, so people added color. But something was still missing. Personality isn't frozen, it's revealed in motion. This desire brought the invention of motion pictures. At first, films were jerky and awkward, but the technology improved, and people said, now this feels real. Yet another thought emerged. People speak. So sound was added, and then color again, and then depth, 3D, requiring those funny glasses. But people continued to ask, why must we leave home to see these images? Why not bring the world into the living room? Television answered that question. Television grew clearer, brighter, and more colorful. And now, technology is advancing into holograms, three-dimensional figures appearing to stand before us. But even then, you can't touch them. They don't react. They don't smell. They ignore you entirely. Something essential is always missing. Of course, inventors won't stop there. Imagine a future where the air itself vibrates and forms solid shapes so you can touch the people you see. You could reach out and hold the hand of a lifelike figure, though she wouldn't respond. And so we would complain again. It's not truly real unless it reacts. So the next step will be reproduction that interacts. Cameras watching you, computers interpreting your movements, and the figures responding as if alive. Maybe she kisses you. Maybe she slaps you. Who knows? But even then, people will want more. We don't want only to watch. We want to become part of the story. So electrodes will be developed to feed sensations directly into the brain. You will feel what the characters feel. Their joy becomes your joy. Their fear becomes your fear. The boundary between viewer and performer disappears. One day, our reproductions may be so perfect that we can no longer tell the difference between what was copied and the original. And perhaps, just perhaps, that is already the case. What if we ourselves are a reproduction? What if this life, this world, this experience is a brilliantly refined copy of something that has always existed? Maybe we are already exactly where we were meant to be and always have been.